Hi, third grade students. Today we're going to learn a new unit in science, which is going to be about weather patterns. Before I teach you on the topic, I want you to look at this picture and share with someone what you know about the weather. Just by looking at this picture, you're going to tell what what do you think is the weather in this place. Keep in mind that when you describe weather, you're talking about the clouds in the sky, the temperature of the air, and how the wind is blowing. Okay? Now, after you share and whenever you're ready, we're going to go on and read about the weather. But before I do that, I want to share with you the meaning of three of the vocabulary words that you're going to find in this text. The first one is weather. And weather is what the air is like at a certain time and place. For example, as you can see in this picture, the weather seems to be cold, very cold. The next one is atmosphere. Atmosphere is a blanket of gases and tiny bits of dust that surround Earth. And the last word is temperature. Temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. Like these kids are playing, I think that the grass might be hot, but the water could be cold. So that's the temperature of those things. So we're ready to start reading about the weather. You ready to learn? Here we go. Weather is what the air is like outside at a certain time and place. Even though you cannot see air, you can see it move things such as leaves on trees. Weather changes from day to day. It can also change from hour to hour, and that is true. Because sometimes you're sitting in the park and it's hot and the sun is out, and all of a sudden it gets cloudy and it starts raining. So, of course, it can change from day to day, but also from hour to hour. Okay, the air that surrounds Earth is part of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is a blanket of gases and tiny bits of dust that surround Earth. The atmosphere has several layers. Weather occurs in the layer that's closest to Earth. Okay, so now let's learn about temperature. When people describe weather, they describe the condition of the sky. Some terms used are sunny, cloudy, rainy, and stormy. And I think snowy too. They also describe air and its temperature. Temperature is a measure of how hot or cold something is. A thermometer is a tool that measures temperature. The diagram on the next page shows how to read a thermometer. A higher temperature means it is getting warmer. When the temperature goes down, it gets colder. All right, so I'm going to take you to the thermometer so that you can see and I can give you examples of how to read a thermometer. Okay, so this is a thermometer, and as you can see, it is divided into two parts. On the left side, as you can see, there is a letter F, and on the right side, there is the letter C. Okay, those are the way that we can measure the temperature. We can measure temperature in degrees. The F stands for Fahrenheit, and the C stands for Celsius. Okay, so now as you can see, there is a red bar which is going up and up and up. If it goes up, it means it's getting hotter. Okay? So for example, let's look at the red bar and where it stops, and so that we can tell what is the degree of the temperature in Fahrenheit and in Celsius. Okay? So in Celsius, as you can see, it's a little bit over number 20. I think it's one, two, three, and four little lines above the 20. That means the temperature in Celsius is 24. 24 degrees Celsius. That's how you say it. But on the other side, on the F side, that stands for Fahrenheit, the red bar is going a little bit over the, a lot over the 60. In fact, if you can see, there's a line that is in between 60 and 80, and the number's not there, but that means that's the 70. But the red bar is going a little bit over the 70. I think it's like, let me see how many, one, two, and three little lines beyond 70 means it is 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's how you can tell the temperature in both degrees. Okay, now something else that we're going to learn. Let me move to the next one. Is where the water freezes. Okay, so it says here water usually freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, so go to the right side of the sea, and as you can see, the 0 is where the water freezes, which is in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. There's a 0 in the middle, and then 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 above, and 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 below. But 0 is where the water freezes. Okay. Now, where does the water freeze in the Fahrenheit side? Okay, good question. So let's look at the 0 here in the Celsius side. And as you can see, give me a second so I can move this. And as you can see, on the other side, on the Fahrenheit side, next to the 0, below the 40, what I see is a little line that's in between 20 and 40. A line that's between 20 and 40 is 30. Okay. And if you align the 0 line with the Fahrenheit side, you're going to notice that it is like two little lines above the 30. So the water in the Fahrenheit degrees freezes at 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? So when the water temperature is on 0 Celsius, on Fahrenheit is 32 degrees. Okay? That's the difference. The difference. All right? And last question is going to be, and it's something that you are going to share with someone at home. Question number 3. So, for example, if the temperature is on 80 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be 32 degrees Celsius, what do you think it is, hot or cold? I think it's hot, right? So, if the temperature is hot outside, at 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 32 degrees Celsius, what kind of activities can you do in this temperature? And what should you wear when you go outside? This is something that you're going to go and you're going to share with someone at home. Okay. All right. So after you do that, you're going to be done learning about the weather today. In our next class, we're going to continue learning about the weather. I hope that you learned something new, and I hope that you kind of know how to read a thermometer. And also, you can share with someone at home something good that you learned today. For example, what is the temperature where the water usually freezes, at Celsius degrees and at Fahrenheit degrees. Okay, go ahead and share and have a happy day. Bye bye and see you next time.